Yo, 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 it's your man Who Did It? Who Did It this time? Coming at you with another episode to the classic series, Reality Clips. And on this specific topic, we're going to concentrate on being in isolation, being alone. And we're going to discuss it using sports psychology analogies. And then, as we always do, the monster with the metaphor here will ensure that I'm able to insert the spiritual body while we address the other things of our well-being. And the reason why I'm using this language and this terminology is because I'm in work mode. Now, with that being said, first and foremost, giving honor to Yahweh, who the world knows as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I bow to him and him alone. Thank you again for giving me this opportunity, and I will do my best to connect someone today or some people today with understanding there's a reason why you have to be alone. So bear with me because I don't want to be long and I don't want to be vague. But we tell the kids, back to what I was saying a couple seconds ago, we tell the kids that we work with in all of the different facilities, juvenile detention centers, foster homes, independent living programs, or just chaotic situations. Have you ever sat alone in your own thoughts? Pardon me. Have you ever dealt with yourself? Have you ever sat and contemplated on things that might be considered dark? Your existence. Are you just existent? Are you coexisting? How do you look at your family? All of that's important. Your goals. Strategizing. Being aware in the moment. That's all well and good. That's all sounds sexy, sounds like cool stuff to talk about. But in the end, one of the things that seem to catch most families up in therapy or counseling sessions is when you request or recommend them to sit in silence with their own thoughts. Now, there's two ways of looking at this. As always, there's a left-hand side and there's a right-hand side. So let's go to the negative aspect first and foremost. You have to be very cautious when people tell you to go alone. Because if you're not covered and you're not strong enough to deal with whatever's causing you to cope in a negative way, then you can become an easy target and open yourself up to other things to damage your spirit. That being the astral plane, that being opening up your so-called third eye to dark matters. And that's a broad subject. I'm talking sorcery, I'm talking witchcraft, I'm talking mediums. When they tell you to go and sit in silence, hallucination, I never said go get inebriated in any way. So don't leave this video today saying that first I need to go turn up and I'm going to get blunted. Now, some of you all may have a higher tolerance for the kush, for the loud. And to each his own. Everybody's system is different. I'm talking about literally before you choose the medication, before you choose the coffee, the Sprite, the rain, the Monster drinks, which I don't recommend, the McDonald's coffees, before you light up a square, for all you who don't know the terminology, a cigarette. Before you do that, your Black and Miles, before you go to the gym, before you look at your significant other in any type of freakish way to want to get one off before you go to work, do you sit in your own thoughts? And I'm pausing because silence can be very important, especially now. A lot of people are afraid to be alone. You know? they've already said, without my phone, I don't know what I would do. Without my show, I don't know what I would do. I used to hear the ladies say that back in the day in the hair salons when I would get dragged with my mom. If my dad had a meeting or whatever, or my sisters had to drag me to the salon, they would be, under the little drying stations and with the rollers in their hair, reading the Jet magazines back in the day. Man, if they cut this off, I don't know what I would do. I've heard people play around and say if they ever run out of chicken, all jokes aside, I thought about that. They're afraid to be alone. They're afraid to lose things. And these are the same people that's leading our people, by the way. Why are you so afraid to be alone? Are you afraid to deal with yourself? Now let's go to the positive aspect and let's wrap it up. When you're alone and you're dealing with yourself, you're also asking for the peaceful sound of silence. Nature, hearing the birds sing, that still considers, in my opinion, that's still sitting in your own thoughts. If you live next to a body of water, a large body of water, listening to the sounds of the wave, or we call them cricks or creeks. Sometimes the weather patterns, just that blizzard noise, all of that is great, man. I'm talking about natural, not turning on your phone. I'm talking about in nature. So, when you open yourself up in that way and you allow the meditation of your heart, as the scriptures tell us, to lead you into thanking the Most High for giving you breath. Sometimes you just want to submit and say thank you. You just want to bow. The animals do. You just have to pay attention. So why can't you? Sit in silence, man. Now, let's connect it to sports and let's get out of here. Most of your great athletes, not the good ones, have to go away for a period of time to get mentally, physically ready. Muhammad Ali liked, to come to Deer Lakes. I want to say it was Deer Lakes, which is close to Pittsburgh where I'm at right now. In the mountains. Roy Jones, California, PA. Those of you all who followed Jerry Rice and Walter Payton, they had rigorous hill routines, like running uphill, to get ready for the season. Yeah, they would take a player or two, but trust and believe they like doing it by themselves. Bruce Lee used to always sit in silence. Kobe Bryant had to go away. To train. Now, how that applies to our daily walk, I'm always speaking to the warrior, the soldier. And I don't mean people who beat on their chest or go to the gun range or who are masters with their hands like a great sensei. I'm talking about spiritual warriors, spiritual soldiers. I'm recommending that while these temperatures drop in some areas and raise in others, I'm warning you, while all these sicknesses are substituting in and out, I'm talking strep throat, different flus that require Z-Packs. I'm talking different mental health issues, mental illnesses. We as soldiers and warriors, for Yahweh Shai, the Mashiach, under Abba, who is our Father, in His command, we have to, every once in a blue moon, be in silence. Go away for a little while. And I'm not saying abandon your family. I'm saying if you have 2 hours of PTO, paid time off if you don't know, take an hour or two to walk. Sit and think. Ask God to speak to you. Communicate, man. Communicate with Him. I ain't no disrespect to the Afrocentric brothers, not the ancestors. I'm asking y'all to communicate to our Creator. That way when you come back for another season, like Jerry Rice, Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, like some of your great gladiators and other MMA events and whatnot. You'll be stronger than ever because you prepared for the seasonal change. I love you all, and I mean that. I don't need to give a whole list of YouTubers y'all already know abroad. I appreciate what you do. This is your man who did it this time, coming at you with a sports psychology reference under reality clips. Why are you afraid to be alone? Peace.